Welcome to the Astrology for Liberation podcast. I'm Alyssa, your astrologer and guide on your path in life. And I'm back as the luminous full moon enters lovely Venus-ruled Libra on Friday at 4:26 Pacific Daylight Time, 7:26 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time, and that's 11:26 a.m. Greenwich Meridian Time. And this shifts the focus from the details that the full moon in Virgo brought up to what's developing in relationships. The full light of the moon represents the illumination of what's complete as we end this Sun and Pisces cycle, and the question of what's next. And Venus in Aquarius is front and center over these next couple of days, and aware of different perspectives that have to be addressed in a more direct, more cerebral way, as she, first of all, sextiles Chiron on Friday, wounded healer Chiron in Aries, while the compassionate Sun in Pisces sextiles the power of Pluto. And so on Friday, it's important to get right to the point in your communications with others in order to have greater understanding. The moon in Libra knows how to charm, but substance is needed with Venus in Aquarius as it's moving up to perfect its square with the volatility of Uranus and the unbudging strength of Taurus on Saturday. Squares between two planets bring up events that demand a response in some form of action. With Venus and Uranus, you have to use your extraordinary abilities due to a disruption of some sort. You're forced to respond. You can't avoid what's going on. Now remember, Zelensky has Venus in Aquarius, and you can see he's been forced onto the world stage due to the invasion of his country, and he's had to respond in a new way. And coincidentally, Putin also has Venus in Aquarius by secondary progression, and so this is an influence for him as well, and it happens to be exactly conjunct Zelensky's natal Venus at 5 degrees of Aquarius. And I'm not going to continue in breaking down the charts of individual leaders and their nations because I don't think you're here for that. But in summary, there's an emphasis on the future orientation of Aquarius and Uranian themes in all of what's going on. Everyone wants greater freedom. And those who have greater control and who are guided by Aquarius, which also includes the United States, are less guided by compassion for the real people who are actually suffering from war and other less defined forms of violence. So on Saturday, the moon in Libra will create tension with an opposition with wounded healer Chiron. And so this brings up wounds that moon in Libra can help smooth over because she then moves on to make a trine with Venus in Aquarius. But holding back your real desires can have an explosive effect when Venus squares Uranus and Taurus shortly after. Because this square is intensified by its mutual reception. Venus is in Uranus's sign, and Uranus is in Venus's sign. There could be some surprising communications that bring sudden changes. This combination is very aloof and detached from deep emotion. And there's a willingness to experiment with something radical if it's going to bring freedom. And for you, please keep in mind that every day is yesterday's tomorrow. And what's happening now is the creation of your future. In a world of cosmic pressure that will likely have its shocking moments, it's up to you to create your peaceful reality and spread the Piscean spiritual and cultural seeds with others in order to create an even more unified world tomorrow. Because tribalism divides and separates, and we need peace with each other by growing our community relationships. And there will be unexpected gains from this Venus-Uranus tension if you take a new tact. And Common Ground will have a greater opportunity later Saturday when the moon in Libra trines Saturn in Aquarius. And the grace of the moon in Libra then opposes 10th planet, feminine disruptor, warrior, Eris, and it affirms and connects with all of mankind, all of humankind, I rather say. So tune into the soul essence of every person, and that will help you cultivate more understanding. As Sunday dawns and the moon in Libra makes her final aspect, which is a square, again, action, powerful action with Pluto to ensure that the tension and instability will continue into the new season ahead as the sun enters Aries at 8:33 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time, 11:33 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time, and that's 3:33 p.m. Greenwich Meridian Time. And I'll be back as the moon enters the deep emotion of Scorpio at 8:44 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time, 11:44 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time, 3:44 p.m. Greenwich Meridian Time, and that's only 11 minutes after the sun enters Aries for the vernal equinox. Thank you so much for listening.